We first have to talk about deuce to seven triple draw. So similar to ace to five, it is a draw game. There's only one winner. It's just low only. But in this case, compared to ace to five, ace is high and pictures are still in rank. A jack beats a queen, queen beats a king, and so on. Straights and flushes are bad. You do not want to make straights and flushes. Like if you make a straight, then you can't even beat two pair. Much less if somebody pairs up. You can't beat three of a kind. Same thing with the flush. You can make the nuts, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in deuce to seven because it doesn't make a straight. But if you make 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in diamonds, you can't even beat a straight. You can't even beat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second nut is 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and so on. Similar to ace to five, people declare their hands usually from the top down. They just say 8, 7, 9, and there's that horrible question, 8 what? And hopefully it's smooth. Before we look at specific hands in deuce to seven, let's jump back and look at that ace to five example. If you remember, these were the finishing hands in ace to five. Now let's remove the ace to five plaque and look at these same hands through the lens of deuce to seven. So even though all of these may be decent hands in ace to five triple draw, a straight 6 on the bottom, a smooth 7 in the middle, and a rough 7 up top, they're all very bad hands in deuce to seven. A straight 6 is just that. It's a straight. So you can't even beat somebody who paired their 7s or their 8s. The smooth 7 in the middle is actually an ace high. So you can't even beat a king if there are not any draws left. And this rough 7 up here is getting close to even being unplayable, even if there are draws left. And we'll talk about why in just a moment, because as you can see, there are only 2 burn cards, meaning there's only been 2 draws and therefore 1 left. So let's go ahead and ditch this 6 down here. And obviously the other 2 hands ditch their aces. Well, if the 2, 3, 4, 5 catches another 6, it's obviously no good, but a 7 is the nuts. And even catching an 8 gets you number 5, meaning there are only 4 variations of 7s that beat this hand. And with everyone drawing, a smooth 9 may be good enough for the win on the end. However, if players are packed going into that last draw, you'll often be, but not always, looking at least some kind of an 8 once you show down. So what about this 2, 3, 4, 7? Now, this draw is actually better than the 2, 3, 4, 5 below because instead of only 1 out to a 7, you actually have 2 outs. The 5 for the nuts or the 6 for number 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And you can still catch an 8 for an 8, 7 perfect, which often beats other made 8s, even if they were packed going in the last draw. Now, the reason this top hand is close to being unplayable is because you can only catch a deuce to make a 7, and it's not even the nuts or the second nuts. A 4 makes you a straight, and the 8 makes you the roughest 8 there is. So basically, you can only beat the smooth 9 down below. Let me just say, as we finish up deuce to seven, if you're going to play mixed games, you have to get comfortable with this whole concept of deuce to seven lowball, which is really just the opposite of high poker. And that's because there are several other variants that include deuce to seven in some way, shape, or form, like deuce to seven dramaha.